Hey everybody, this is Jared Codling from New Hack Every Week, and today I'm going to be explaining to you the viral bot explosion method. And so I've used this method to blow up many businesses, both from scratch or established businesses, using Facebook Messenger bots and putting my own twist on what other people are doing and making it so that it's really cost effective and just gets this real compounding effect going on. So let's get into it. So firstly, let me explain Messenger bots to you. So Messenger bots, if you're not familiar with them, you may think that it's AI, and it's not. It's not this thing that's like supposed to pretend that it's a human, unless you want it to. And so it's not that dodgy thing that users get a terrible experience from. It's quite different to that. It's actually super simple to set up and use, and it's really like automation, to be honest. And it can be done really cheap, and it takes under 2 hours of work, and it gets some really crazy results. So, why would you want to do this? Well, results. So let's talk about that. I've accrued over 10,000 Messenger subscribers for my weight loss company. And the thing with that is, if you get a Messenger subscriber with Facebook, it means that you can actually message them for free. So no ad cost. You can hit them in their inbox anytime you like. You obviously don't want to abuse it, but it's a really cost-effective way to get your message out there. I booked out a car detailer for months, and this business was starting from scratch. This was the very first marketing campaign that we did on it. This is actually where I worked out this method, and it was booked out for months on end and for under $50. And so I've had this work for everything from schoolies.com.au to sunglass brands, and I've taught a number of other growth hackers that have used this in totally different industries, and it really works well. B2B, B2C, does not matter. It's really effective. So, let's talk a little bit about why Messenger bots. So firstly, as I mentioned before, you get to message people for free. And right now, the way that you would do that is to get them on your email list. But even if you've got a really good email campaign, you're still going to have an open rate of under 20% after a little bit of time. People, you're going to hit the spam box, promotions box, and all that kind of stuff. Messenger bots, in my experience, have an open rate of over 97%. And the other thing is it's immediate. So the thing with Messenger bots is if you're running, say, a Facebook Live, you can immediately drive all of your subscribers over there and make it a real hit because you can't promote Facebook Lives unless you're a Facebook business verified with the blue tick. So for the rest of us, we want to make sure that we're getting people to our Facebook Lives. This is the best way. And there's so much more that you can do with Messenger bots once you've got those subscribers. So basically, it's that you can message subscribers for free. That is the real key here. But it's not just that. We want to get an ROI straight away. So let me just show you the funnel that I like to use. So firstly, the goal is get the Messenger subscribers. Then number 2, we want to sell stuff. So the funnel looks like this. Step 1, we run a competition. So make the prize freaking awesome. And people screw this up. They go cheapskate, 5% off or something like that. It's just a joke. You want it to be a real prize. They need to get something. I've used stuff like with the car detailing, they literally get a free car detailing. I've given away weight loss packages. You want to make it something that's broad that most people would want. Don't make it too niche, but you got to make it relevant. So if you run a makeup service, don't give away an iPad because it doesn't mean that those people that are entering the competition even care about makeup. They'll never become customers. They're just in it for the iPad. So make it relevant. Now we make this competition a Facebook post. So we make it a Facebook post, and I'll show you the anatomy of that in a second. So step 2, we basically say comment win to enter. And so we've got our bot listening to this Facebook post, and I'm going to show you how to set that up. But it's basically anyone who says win, our bot picks that up and enters them in the competition. Step 3, our bot subscribes them. So we get them to confirm their entry into the competition, and this makes them a subscriber. And this means that in the future, we're going to be able to message them for free and make money off them. Step 4, and this is where I do things a little bit differently than anybody else doing Messenger bots, is I make it go viral. I add it in a viral loop, and this viral explosion, it's going to make a lot more sense when I get down to it, and once you understand the earlier steps a little bit better. So let me break this down a little bit further. So here's a real-world example. This is just the best way to show you. This is a car detailing company. Basically, if you have a look at the headline up there, attention Newcastle car owners. So this was a local business campaign for Newcastle, New South Wales, Australia. And we're basically saying, attention Newcastle car owners, which is most people, giveaway, win a free ultimate detailing package worth blah. and then it continues, and it basically says, comment win to enter. And now our bot is listening for that, and from there, so all these people comment win, and then our bot automatically messages them. So the tool that I use is ManyChat.com. It starts at $19 a month for the pro version. They do have a free version, but it's got ads and stuff. So I'd say don't do that. Pay the $19. And basically what we have is ManyChat, our bot, it listens for that comment of win, and then it messages them automatically. Now, Facebook have this interesting rule. They basically say if someone comments on one of your page posts, they'll give you permission to message that person. Now, there is some conditions. You can't do it to anyone who's under the age of 18, and it's got some, if they've got their privacy set up a certain way, but, most people, you can message them if they've commented. So Facebook only lets you message the commenter once, and so they're a commenter, you can only message them once, unless they reply. So if they reply, then you can message them into eternity, because that's when they transition to be called a subscriber. They don't need to say subscribe or anything like that. They just need to reply to that initial message that you send them. So the best way to do that is to get them confirmed that they want to be in the competition. So we just say, hey, first name, just need to confirm that you want to enter the competition. Obviously they do, or they wouldn't have commented win. Just reply yes, and you'll be entered. And so from there, with ManyChat, we then take them into the rest of our sequence. We've now got them as a subscriber. We can message them whenever we want. So step number 3, we want to reply, and we want to be entertaining. So I like to make it look like it's a human. I have it typing and look like it's typing for a few seconds, and I'll use a GIF from Giphy.com and make it entertaining and just go, hell yeah, first name, good luck. I'll let you know if you've won on Wednesday night. Simple enough, but they're going, okay, awesome, I'm in the competition. And most people would leave it at this, but this is where I like to make it a little bit more interesting, and this is where the real power of this is. Because up until this point, you've got to think, yes, people are going to comment win, but they're only going to see the post if they're already a follower of your page, or you've got to boost the post and you're paying for ad spend. But what we want to do is we want to go outside of what we're actually paying for, make it go viral and take on a life of its own, so we're getting our reach for free, and we're reaching as many people as possible for free. Best way to do that is virality. So firstly, I wait 2 minutes. They've entered the competition, they've kind of forgotten about it, and then I want to catch them by surprise, because I don't think they're going to hear about us for a few days until the competition's drawn. Catch them by surprise and make it seem like a human, and basically say, almost forgot to tell you, tag friends in the post to increase your chances of winning. For every friend you tag, you get an extra entry. And as you can see here, we've got a 48% click-through rate to go back to the post and tag their friends. That's incredible. This is where the key is, because what's happened is, we've set up this campaign, we've boosted it a little bit. We might have spent, I know with the car detailing one, I actually spent $16 on ads, and then it took on a life of its own, and we did not need to spend any more on ads. It went a little bit crazier than what we'd expected that it possibly could. So we link them back to the post, and they tag all of their friends enter the competition, they go through the same loop, and then they tag their friends. And so if you know a little bit about growth hacking, you're always looking for a viral coefficient, which basically means for everybody that you tag, they don't just add a new person, they add a little bit more. So the average person adds 1.1 people on average. And that way it takes on a mind of its own and it just grows really, really quickly. So that's what this achieves. So step number 5. So as I mentioned before, we want to get subscribers, we want to get as many as possible, but we also want to make money straight off the bat. So step number 5 is the runner-up strategy. And so what I do is I say, hey, first name, this is on when the competition's drawn, of course. I say, hey, first name, the winner's been chosen. It's Jeff B from Newcastle. Wait a little bit. I'm making it look like it's a human. I say, I do have a runner-up prize for you, though, as I'm really appreciative you entered. And so right there, I made a little video where it looked like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory, kind of, he was opening the golden ticket, and it said, runner-up prize, 50% off. And basically then I said, I'm going to offer you 50% off our services. Just use this coupon code when you book, runner up, move quick as we'll get booked out pretty fast. So you've got to make sure this is really enticing. So 50% off, that is enticing. But for a new business, this is how you get customers. And if you do a great job, they're going to come back and they're going to pay full price. So as you can see, we had over 2,000 people comment on that post. So out of 2,000 people, we had a 6% clicked book now, and then 18% on top of the 6% clicked on go to our website to find out a little bit more. Now, just as a bonus, if you are a local business, you can put a tap to call. So inside their Messenger app, they can actually call you straight away. But this is just such an effective way to do this because you're going in for the kill with an irresistible offer. It's got a bit of urgency, and you're actually monetizing immediately. So let's just recap. So firstly, you want to use ManyChat.com. That's the tool that I recommend. It's the easiest one to use. If you want to get a bit more advanced, you can use ChatFuel.com, but ManyChat will do the job for 90% of people. Step 1, we run a competition. Step 2, they comment to enter. So they comment on the Facebook post, which is a competition that we've set up. Make sure that it's a great prize. Step number 3, our bot subscribes them. So we get them to reply so that they've entered the competition. Step number 4, we get them to tag their friends. So this is where it goes viral. So rather than spending on ads, we get them to do the heavy lifting for us and spread it for us by tagging all of their friends to get extra entries in the competition. And step number 5 is a runner-up strategy, where we give them certain percent off, or we give them some kind of discount or irresistible offer so that we turn them into customers immediately. We don't just have them on the messenger list, we're actually making sure that we turn them into customers as fast as possible. So that's a wrap, guys. This is Jared Codling from New Hack Every Week. If you want more hacks, head over to New Hack Every Week, where we have a new hack every week. Give this a try. Honestly, this messenger bot strategy, it has worked insanely well for me. Out of about a dozen times, I've only seen it fail a couple of times, and it was from really, really poor execution, a really poor offer. Runner-up strategy sucked and it bombed out. That's their fault, not the fault of the hack. I would say just give this a shot. You've got nothing to lose except for a couple of hours and $50.